Are you trying to interface low voltage motors with a vent controller, PLC custom unit where you were trying to drive low voltage high amp DC motors like this? The CMR 3224 is your interface between them. It provides low voltage contact. It provides, you can use a dry contact on your vent controller over here to drive your motor directly. This sits in between. It gives you override circuit protection. So like if this goes too hard, it'll trip out. Because one problem you have is this winds up. And if it stalls, the motor will overheat because it's sitting there and electric's going through and nothing is happening. And that'll make it take too much electric. So why should you care about this and what do I know? My name's Kevin Hoover. We've built over 20,000 control systems already. And this has been the last 15 years for greenhouse and livestock and dairy application. I grew up in the dairy world and I think cows are a lot of fun and greenhouses are quite interesting as well. So this box will work well in both situations. So you can see right here we got the override. So you've got this hooked to your PLC. It can be out, this box goes out near the motor. So out on the wall near the motor, you have this, and then when you want to manually run it, if something goes wrong, you can do that. Or you put it back over to automatic. So that's a big thing. This allows you to have many of these units all hooked to like one PLC or vent control output. So you can have this whole long barn or multiple vents on a greenhouse and they'll all run together because you have a whole bunch of these boxes all talking to the same vent controller. So this allows you to expand. As long as it's one zone and they're all running off the same temperature, you can go infinitely big. So another one of the amazing features is easy to understand wiring. So hey, you don't like messing with wires, or why would you buy this? So we've got little lights for if the motor runs. You can see little lights down here. It's one color, green or red, depending on which way the motor is running. Because I actually built these circuit boards or designed them, and because we had too many calls from people saying, oh, we can't tell what's happening, and you step them through it, and now we just have lights on it. You got lights for which direction the motor's going. You've got light if a power is on, and then you've got lights if the vent controller is telling it to do something. So overall, it makes it really easy. And then you even got circuit breakers, so if it takes too much electric, the circuit breaker will trip. And there's 3 sizes along, because if you've got a little motor or a big motor, you need a different circuit breaker. And we've got you covered with the circuit breakers that are along. This is our standard version with 120 or 240 volt input. We'll make them with 480 volt input if you need. Standards 120, 240, we stock those. 480 volt, we keep the pieces here. It'll take us a little bit, take us 2 weeks or so, and we'll get it made for you. We also can do 120 volt control signals, 240 volt control signals. I enjoy electrical stuff, so we can pretty well customize these to any situation you're looking for. We also have it in the flavor with 4 outputs instead of 2, but this is our standard go-to for anything quick and standard. Another thing you might want to consider when you're hooking it up, it's easy. Just land the motor wires right in here, because this box normally goes out right beside the motors. And then you might have a 1,000-foot run back to the vent controller. So you just land the motor wires here, and the vent controller hooks up to here, and probably daisy chains, because you'll have multiples of these down in the inside of the building, because you're limited to about 300 or 400 foot per curtain motor for the side. For the torque these are, you'll have one of these every 400 foot. So if you had a 2,000 foot barn, you'll have about 5 sets of these. So that's the main things for the CMR 3224.